guys, so today I did this holiday glam look. It's a gold lip. Oh. It's a gold eye and a red lip. So if you want to learn how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Thanks guys! Hey guys, so first you're going to want to go ahead and moisturize your face. I'm going to be using my CeraVe Moisturizing Lotion. And you just want to go ahead and massage that on your skin. I really like this moisturizer because it's very light. And then for my lips, I always use the same thing. It's my Minted Rosebud Salve lip balm, but this one's running out, so I need to get a new one. For my brows, I'm going to be using my Anastasia number 12 eyebrow brush and my NARS brow defining cream. So you guys know I like to make a line at the bottom and then I work my way up. And then I'll start in the beginning of the brow, and then at the very front of the brow, I'll move my brush vertically to make hair-like strokes. And once you have your desired look, go ahead and brush it out, and then clean it up with MAC's Studio Finish Concealer in NW20. First I make kind of a rough line, like not getting too close to the brow hairs just yet. Mostly just kind of putting the product on, and then I will slowly define the brow, and then that's when I get as close as I can to the hairs. And it's very important for me to have a very straight line. So that's what I try to achieve, and then I blend it down. And then here I'm just defining the arch a little bit more. And then to prime the eyelids, I'm going to be using my favorite MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And then of course I'm going to go ahead and set that with my favorite Wet n Wild single eyeshadow, and this is in Brulee. So first I pat it in, and then after I pat it in, then I will buff it down, and I feel more comfortable dragging it. You don't want to automatically drag it because you don't want to mess up the concealer line. So patting it will prevent that. It's like you're sealing it in, like you're sealing in the concealer. So that's what I do first, and then I buff it out. I'm going to be taking my Master Palette by Mario, and I'm going to be taking the shade Isabel, and I'm going to buff that in everywhere. You guys already know the deal with this. I go pretty high. So I dip back into the palette a lot because I like to build up my transition shade slowly. I bring the color pretty far in, close to the bridge of my nose. So you want to just keep blending and diffusing any lines that you see. And then next, to deepen the crease, I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here called Violeta. And I'm not going to go as high up with this color. because I want to give more dimension to the eye, so I'm going to try to keep it as low as I can, but at the same time I want it to be blended. I don't just want it to be like a harsh line that's lower in my crease. So now I'm picking up more color to darken up the crease color. And you want to do small circles and windshield wiper motions. Next, I'm going to take Makeup Forever's Mist Fix and wet my brush and take this color called Fifth Avenue, and I'm going to foil it onto my lid, and it's a really pretty goldy champagne color. No, it's not champagne. Well, yeah, it's gold. It's mostly goldy. Goldy. And this, you strictly want to keep it on your lid. And then next, to prime my face, I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer. And I'm just going to go ahead and press that in the skin. And I'm going to use my NARS Weightless Luminous Foundation. And I'm going to buff that in with a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. And then for under eye concealer, I'll be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Creme Brulee. And then I'm going to go ahead and set that with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I make the craziest faces whenever I do any work underneath my eyes. Like when I do concealer, setting concealer, or like putting shadow underneath my eye. So now to contour, I'm going to be using my Benefit Hoola bronzer. Whenever you guys see me use these brushes that have the red handles, it's just like this big set that I got when I was like 15, and they're from Coastal Scents, so they don't have a name, and I don't remember what set it was, but they're from Coastal Scents. And this is my favorite part of doing my makeup, bronzing my forehead. I don't know why, I think it just like brings the look all together. I really like doing this. Bringing warmth back into my face. And dimension as well. And I love pushing it into my hairline. To highlight, I'm going to use my MAC Oh Darling highlighter. I reach for this all the time. And then since I have hooded lids, whenever I wear shimmery eyeshadow, it gets on top. So I just grab a clean brush and buff that off. That's what I was doing. And now I'm just going to put the same shadows that I put on my eyelid. I'm going to put them on my lower lash line. So first I'm going to start off with Isabel. But you don't want to bring it all the way in. For this look, I wanted it just on the like outer half of the eye. And then, so you're going to put Violeta. And then you're going to, for that open space, for the beginning half of the lower lash line, you're going to put the gold color. So Fifth Avenue. Next, curl your lashes. And then for mascara, I'll be using my Givenchy Noir Couture Waterproof Mascara. And mine's getting a little dry, so to revive it, I just add a couple drops of the Inglot Duraline, and it makes it nice and juicy again. So go ahead and coat your top and bottom lashes. And then for falsies, I'm going to be using these House of Lashes in the style Siren. Next up, lips. First I'm going to outline my lips with MAC's Cherry Lipliner. I always make this really squinty face. Like my eyes are really focused. My eyes get really low whenever I do my lips. It's kind of funny. So after you line your lips with MAC's Cherry Lipliner, you're going to want to go ahead and take MAC's Currant Lipliner, and you're only going to want to use this shade on the outer corners of your lips because we're going for a more ombre red lip. And then now for the red lip color, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Outlaw. And then after I let this dry, first I pat my lips to blend it in with the Currant Lip Liner, but after it kind of dries, I go ahead and take the Currant Lip Liner again and try to blend it in more with the Outlaw liquid lipstick. So after you feel like you've blended it enough, this is the final look, guys. Thank you so much for watching.